this video and I'm going to be doing a chair practice. So we're going to start off in a chair. You can use your dining room chair, a folded chair is what I'm using. And let's just pull the flesh of the seat out from underneath you and just sort of settle in here for a moment as we get started. I'm reading Namaste, Prayers to the Infinite, and centering is the poem for today. Here, right now, bring your mind to this place and time. Invite it in, even if it resists, to sit and witness what it is to be alive. Let there be no ulterior motive in this moment but to be. Rest on the waves of the breath and choose to experience all of it. Let thoughts float through and leave again as the mind slowly settles like snow inside a shading paperweight. This is all there is, here, right here, and now. So let the eyelids become heavy, let the shoulders melt down the back, open up the clavicle, nudge the chin back, and bring the palate in line with the spine. And just sit there a moment, just drawing the breath into the belly, feeling the lungs expand, and see if you can soften through the face. Just notice that with each breath, it releases a little bit of tension, a little bit more softening, and you find a little more balance. With the next exhale, let's go ahead and take that left ear to the left shoulder, open up the right side of the neck, and just notice that space. Keep the weight evenly distributed on both sit bones. Inhale to center. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Breathe into the left side of the neck. Inhale to center. Let's roll the shoulders onto the back. Open up our palms, face them towards me. Let the eyelids open up. And we're going to draw that breath all the way into the lower lobes of the lungs and bring the hands down through heart center. Take another deep breath. And exhale as the hands come down through heart center. Root down through the sit bones, reach that right arm up towards the ceiling, the left arm can go towards the floor. If you'd like to use your block, go ahead and take your fingertips and place it on the block. Just feel rooted in your sit bones. And just notice the space. Come back to center. Reach that left arm to the ceiling, right hand goes to the floor or the block, whichever works best for you. And just notice. Hands come back to heart center. Extend the right to the ceiling, the left comes towards the block. Just notice if there's a little more space on that right side. Come back to center. Reach that left arm to the ceiling, right hand to the block. And just notice. Bring the hands back to center. And let's go ahead and sweep the arms up and let's twist towards the right side. Really feel the length of the spine. Feel like you can stack each vertebrae one on top of the other. From the tailbone to the ground. And then as you exhale, let's twist all the way over to the other side. Lengthening on the inhale. And taking the twist just a little deeper on the exhale. Twist to the right again. to the left. Come back to center. Let's come to the edge of our seats. We're going to draw that right knee up towards our chest. And as we're drawing that knee up to the chest, we're really stretching that lower back. And let's rotate the ankle. Just notice the movement. Focus in on the breath. Let's point and flex. Point and flex. Rotate the other direction. I always forget which direction I did first. So if I've done the same direction twice. Let's place that foot onto the floor. We're going to step out to the side. And as we step out to the side, just notice that hip. Bring the foot back in. Come back out. Draw the knees in together. Step the foot out. Let's do that a couple more times. And then let's extend that right foot out to the side. We're going to slide the fingertips down that right leg. Sweep that left arm up and over. This is our modified gate pose. We're opening up the left side of the body. We're feeling like our fingertips can kind of spider walk down that right leg. Bring that left arm to the chair. Extend the right arm all the way out towards the ceiling. Keep the shoulders soft. Notice your breath. If you find your breath is labored, ease out of the pose a little bit. You want your breath and the movement to be smooth. Slide the fingertips down. Sweep that left arm up and over. Find that space on the left side of the body. Bring the left hand to the chair. Right arm goes up and over. Soften through the shoulders. Last time. Let's take those fingertips down. Sweep up and over. And you might notice that each time you slide your fingertips down that right leg, you get a little further down the calf. Bring that right leg in, and let's draw the right knee up towards the chest. I'm sorry, left knee up towards the chest. Lengthen through the spine, and let's rotate. Just notice, sometimes our ankles give us a little bit of extra noise. That's all good. Let's point and flex. Point and flex. Rotate the other direction. Bring that leg down. Let's step to the side and back. To the side and back. Let's do it a couple more times. And slide that left foot out to the side. Right arm comes up and over. And let's walk those fingertips down that leg. Just notice the space on the right side of the body. See if you can soften a little bit. Bring the right hand to the chair. Extend that left arm up and over. Keep the shoulders soft. And always come back to your breath. Notice how you feel as you go through these movements. Just taking into consideration where you are today in your practice. Extend the fingertips up and just notice. Last time, finding that space, that opening as we work on our centering. Bring that leg back in, and let's just roll those shoulders a little bit. We're going to place our hands on our knees. We're going to hug the belly to the spine, bring the spine up towards the chin, or up towards the ceiling, and tuck that chin. This is our cat pose. When we inhale, we lift the chin, arch our back, and come into our cow pose. Let's go through cat on our exhale, and cow on our inhale. Just noticing each section of the spine, letting that breath really generate the movement. And let's cycle through one more breath. Inhale and exhale. And allow the spine to roll all the way up. We're going to step forward with that right foot. We're going to take that left foot. So if your practice, you are working a little bit on that warrior pose, the seated warrior pose, you want to make sure you can start off here in just an L shape with the legs. If you'd like to challenge yourself, you can go ahead and take that left leg and kind of anchor it. You want to turn your toes towards where your fingertips are pointing. So we look over the right shoulder, the right fingertips, and see if we can just soften. Make sure the shoulders and hips are in alignment so you're really centered and you have weight evenly distributed on both sit bones. We're going to take that left hand to the thigh, turn the palm of the right hand up towards the ceiling, and we're going to reach for the ceiling. This is reversing our warrior. So we have an opening again on that right side. We're breathing into that space. As we exhale, let's go ahead and take that forearm to the thigh. And sweep that left arm up and over. This is our extended side angle. And just notice that space. We can look up towards the ceiling. And breathe into our warrior two. And just notice, really make sure those shoulders are nestled behind them. Are nestled on our back. Open up. Reversing our warrior. Extended side angle. And just notice. Warrior two. Let's really open up. So if we need to, we can go ahead and take that left hand and use it to support us on the chair. I'm just going to take a little bit more of a back bend, opening up on our reverse. And as we exhale, let's go ahead. We're going to take our hand all the way down to the block and go into a deeper extended side angle. Just notice the space. And see if you can soften into this pose. Using your block, you can take it down a little lower if you'd like, and just make accommodations for yourself. If you don't have a block at home, you can use a tin. You can also use firm pillow, and just notice what's available. One more breath, and let's wrap that arm around, taking that hand to the lower back. You can look up towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, let's go ahead, grab both hands behind your back. You can interlace the fingers or just grab the hands. We're going to lean forward, coming into a modified humble warrior. And we're just rooting down, make sure that left foot is firmly on the ground because that's kind of our anchor. And we don't want to tumble forward. Roll all the way up. Heel toe the feet into the center. And let's go ahead. Just dip one shoulder in and the other shoulder. And just imagine that we can take that left shoulder to the right knee and the right shoulder to the left knee. And just opening up that spine, just a different way of stretching the spine. Roll all the way up. We're going to step that left foot forward. And again, if this is where you are in your practice, that's perfectly fine. We can stay right in the L shape, or we can anchor that right foot. We can take the hands, open up into our warrior two, eyesight, looking over the fingertips on the left hand. See if you can roll the shoulders onto the back. We're going to bring that right hand to the thigh. Turn the left palm up towards the ceiling. Reach for the ceiling as we come into our reverse. And then bring the forearm to the thigh. Sweep that right arm forward as we come into extended side angle. And just notice. Notice your breath. Check in with yourself. Look to see if there's any sort of resistance and sort of take the breath there. Open the arms back up to warrior two. Reverse. Forearm to the thigh. Extended side angle. Open back up. Reversing. If you need to, clasp the chair. A little bit more of an opening in the spine. And then as you breathe, let's go ahead. Take it into the full expression of seated, extended side angle. And again, you can adjust your blocks. Just take the pose a little deeper. Make sure that right foot is firmly secured to the ground. Let's take that right arm, wrap it to the lower back, open up a little bit. Notice how much space your heart has. Ease out of the pose. Let's clasp the hands behind the back, roll the shoulders, and let's lean forward to our modified humble warrior. Heel to your feet to the center. And let's go through cat and cow. Just noticing how you feel. Let's roll all the way up. So we're going to go into a hip opening sequence. This is seated pigeon. So you want to make sure the flesh of the seat is still pulled out. You're on your sit bones. We're going to go ahead and take that right leg, bend at the knee, keeping that foot flexed, bring it on top of the opposite leg. Now, if you have hip issues, if you've had knee replacement, and this is a pose that works for you, you can always just cross at the ankles and just hold this leaning forward a little bit. If that's not enough intensity for you, we can always take a bolster. And the bolster doesn't have to be the yoga bolster. It can actually be a couch cushion. So then we can go ahead and do that. So if you've got a couple couch cushions, you can actually have it up a little bit so you have that hip opening movement. And we actually hold this pose for a few minutes because it makes it so that tissue of the hips can begin to open up. So we're just going to root down lean forward, and just notice where we are. So we're going to be feeling this a little bit in the glutes, a little bit in the hamstring, and gently just in the hip. We're just going to lean forward and just hold this pose for a few moments. And this is a pose if you work in an office. It's really beneficial because when we sit for long periods of time, this is something that you can do in your office desk without drawing too much attention to yourself. And so you can kind of open up the hips, and it helps prevent, lower back pain, hip pain. If you'd like more intensity than this pose, you can go ahead and lift the heel, slide the block underneath the heel, or put that bolster on the couch cushion so it gives you a little more, that shin is brought closer towards the heart, and it's a deeper intensity on the pose. Whichever works best for you, where you are in your practice today, it's best for you to try. Let's go ahead and extend the arms out. So my left arm is going to go underneath, and I'm going to reach up to the tops of the shoulders. So if this is where you are today, this is where you can stay. If you'd like to take it a little deeper, you can go ahead and try to lock in and have your palms together. So this is our version of eagle pose for the chair. And you just notice, we've got the hip opener going up the lower body, we've got the shoulders opener on the upper body. With the next breath, let's go ahead and lengthen and extend our wings and bring our arms down. Slide our foot off of the block, and you can rock the baby. Just notice how that hip feels. And bring that foot down. So now I'm going to just go around the outside edge of my foot. I kind of like to feel like I've dipped my foot in paint, and I just want to get the outside edge off. I go in one direction, and then switch and take it in a new direction. Bring the foot to the ground. Make adjustments with my seat. And let's take that left leg on top of the right thigh. We're going to lengthen through the spine, and then just fold forward over that leg. And one hip may be a little more looser than the other, and that's perfectly normal. If you'd like to take a block on this side as well, you can go ahead and do that. And a block doesn't have to be a block. It can be a very big dictionary or an encyclopedia. It just gives you a little more height there so you have more intensity in the pose. Or you can just lift your heel. Let's extend the arms out wide. So this right arm is going to go underneath. We're going to reach up to the tops of the shoulders. You can stay right here. Or you can interlace the fingertips. Release the arms, open up our wings, take our foot off the block, lift the legs, let's rock from side to side. Then let's go around that outside edge. Just noticing how it feels. Going one direction and then in the other direction. Let's come to the edge of our seat. Really hug into the midline. Let the eyelids become heavy. And just sort of settle in for a moment. Check into your body. Find where you are today. Let's go ahead and draw our arms underneath that right leg. And we're going to go ahead and kick the right foot forward. And just kick up. Notice how this feels. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can hold your arms underneath that leg. Or, if you'd like to challenge yourself, you can go ahead and extend that leg. You want to really make sure you're contracting those leg muscles. We're going to point and flex our toes. So point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. One more set. And we're going to take that foot down. Let's lift that right leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring that heel down, lean forward, and you'll feel a stretch in the back of the hamstrings and the back of the calf muscles as we're drawing the toes back towards your kneecap. And just notice draw that right leg back. Let's bring that left leg up towards the chest. We're going to go ahead and do our soccer kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let's lean forward. Bring that foot back, root down into your sit bones, and we're going to go ahead and have Shavasana. So we want to just go ahead and kind of move back into our seat, root down, we can lean back against the chair, and we can just turn our palms up, let the shoulders soften, let the eyelids become heavy, and let's just sort of settle in and find our little nap, our reward for our practice today. On our next breath, let's wiggle our fingers, wiggle our toes, bringing awareness back to our body. Let's draw our hands to heart center, bow our head. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. May the rest of the week be filled with opportunities for you to step back, settle in, and just find your breath and find a way to center yourself. And remember, when love is present, all things are possible. Namaste.